Hello viewers, welcome to Majestic Christian Television Network. My name is Apostle Helen Rudolkin, your hostess. We have one-on-one today with the leader of a party or a movement in the Western Togoland. So I invite you to join with us as we are going to have one-on-one with this leader as we want to discuss the state of affairs in Western Togoland. So, as introduction, please permit me to let you know a bit about what is happening. The case of Western Togoland in the United Nations Archives is a simmering one that requires proper attention. Why? Because since the Union Agreement, we joined the Western Togoland to the Republic of Ghana, it appears that much of the detail of the agreement between the Ghanaian Republic and the people of that portion of land or that portion of country were not kept, and this has consequently led to much agitation even till date. So we have the privilege of having the chairman of the People's Liberation Council of Western Togoland, Mr. Ben Adeli, in a one-on-one session today to answer us some of the questions which will bring to light the state of affairs as it pertains to Western Togoland. So we ask you to join us this moment online on Facebook, Radio Voice of Niger, or you can also WhatsApp us, send your questions through our WhatsApp network, which is 31604606550, or you can also call the studio line on 3120-3374-160. Help us receive the chairman of the People's Liberation Council, Mr. or Ifu Ben. Ifu, welcome, please.
Thank you very much, madam.
Wow, you look very humbled, and I can't even really believe that you are the chairman of the People's Liberation Council of Western Togoland.
Sometimes it's a gift that God asks you to do something, and you just have to accept it and move forward.
Wow.
You cannot hide it.
Yeah.
After a certain time in life, you have to accept it and move forward.
Wow.
For your people.
Yeah, is that why you are very humble?
Yes.
Thank you. That's really a mark of a leader. Thank you. We're so proud of you. Yeah. Somebody's calling me, but I cannot pick it up now. He's saying, so where are we now regarding the state of affairs of the Western Togoland and the Republic of Ghana saga? Can you give our viewers a quick overview?
I will be very brief. I don't want to go too much into history, because the history part, a lot of people know it already. But some people might not know what we are talking about.
Yes.
So I'll say it very short, in 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah, tell us, just feel free, yes.
After the First World War, during the First World War, which has been fought in Europe, the Allied forces took the war to Africa, and Togo was a colony of Germany. So they went there. In actual fact, the Germans were helping the Togolese to develop. So in those days, you will see they have built railways, television stations, communication networks, and they were helping them to produce cotton.
Yeah, okay.
They are one of the largest producers of cotton in Africa by then.
Okay.
And the people are very hardworking. So the French and the British decided to go there and crush the Germans there in Africa, which is wrong.
Wow.
Because you cannot be fighting war in Europe and then you go to Africa to crush people who are not part of a war.
Yeah, exactly.
They did that. And then After that, they sat in Berlin and they cut the land. They just put ruler on it. When you look at it carefully, they put ruler on it and divided the Togo into two parts.
Really?
One part for the French and the other part for
the
the
British.
British. They took it as war booty.
Wow.
And they do anything they want to do with it. But the United Nations said, no, you cannot do that.
Okay.
You can take them as trust territories, but not your colonies.
Exactly.
So they gave them rules whereby they can do what they want to do there, but there are rules to it.
Okay.
It got to a time because the British were with Ghana, with Gold Coast. They were going to give independence to Gold Coast. So they start to think about what they can do with British Togoland. And for that matter, they brought it to the UN to talk about it.
Yes.
In a video that I'll show to you, you will see the work that the UN did about Western Togoland. They did a lot of work.
Really?
They really want to find out what will come out of Western Togoland when the British leave the territory.
Yeah,
because the British were saying that the place is, they cannot administer that place alone. So they prefer to leave it. But they proposed to add British Togoland to Gold Coast. But then the UN said, no, you cannot do that. You cannot add this state to another state. They sent people from all over to come to the land, to talk to the people, to see the situation, and then they decide that they will ask the people themselves if they want to join Ghana, to Gold Coast during the independence, or they want to stay alone.
Wow.
And that is what happened. So in the first video, you hear the arguments at the UN.
Really? So do we have, can we just play that and hear what it's all about?
The study of this matter
really?
is that the unification move arose people to be under one administration and later assumed a larger political aspect. However, basically the problem is still an away problem. In our opinion, political union based on tribal and ethnic considerations is not the most desirable or wise course, and perhaps even contrary to the basic objectives of the trusteeship system. Any concession to a demand of this kind for unification may well raise similar problems concerning other tribes which, like the Aways, are distributed between the Gold Coast, the British and French Togolands. I may mention in this connection, from a study of this matter, is that the unification move arose out of the desire of the Away people to be under one administration and later assumed a larger political aspect. However, basically the problem is still an Away problem. In our opinion, political union based on tribal and ethnic considerations is not the most desirable or wise course, and perhaps even contrary to the basic objectives of the trusteeship system. Any concession to a demand of this kind for unification may well raise similar problems concerning other tribes which, like the Aways, are distributed between the Gold Coast, the British and French Togolands. I may mention in this
as we can all hear, what the UN was discussing in those days, you can see clearly that they are saying that adding West British Togoland to the Gold Coast will not be the desired, will not bring any good result
at all.
And for that matter, they would like to think about alternatives. And the alternatives that they thought about is that the people should ask the people themselves what they want.
Okay.
For that matter, they propose that they should make a vote.
Okay.
To ask them what they want. If they want to join Ghana or they don't want to join Ghana.
Has that been done then?
And they did that.
Okay.
And they call it determined plebiscite. And these are the ambiguous questions they ask in those days. I read it, and they ask the people that the Union of Togoland under British administration with an independent Gold Coast. That is the first question. So if you want to join Gold Coast to become in a union, then you have to, I can show you the sign. This is the sign. This sign shows that you have agreed
Okay.
to be in union
With Gold Coast, which is Ghana.
which is Ghana now.
Yes, okay.
But if you don't agree, the second question that they ask is the separation of Togoland under British administration from the Gold Coast and its continues under transition, pending the ultimate determination of the political future. Which means they have to wait. If they don't want to join Gold Coast to form a union, they have to wait until the time that they are matured enough to determine their own future. And the people voted in that plebiscite. And the results that they presented was, these are the results. These are the results. The results are number of votes for union. The number of votes for union is 58%. And those who want separation was 42%. So it means the union won. So when this thing was presented to the United Nations, they said, okay, the people want union because they won.
Yeah.
And so they asked them to write a union agreement to be able to put these two states together. But they asked them to do that in conjunction with the state of Western Togoland. Kwame Nkrumah at that time and the British tried to play their own master game. They were able to inform the United Nations that the union has been formed. And this is the letter that Sir Alan Noble wrote to the UN.
Okay.
I read. Document T1301. Letter dated 6 March 1957. From the Minister of State Foreign Affairs in the United Kingdom, Government to the Secretary General, New York, 6 March 1957. In accordance with Operative Paragraph 3 of General Assembly's Resolution 1044, X1 of 13 December 1956, I have the honor to inform Your Excellency on behalf of Her Majesty Government in the United Kingdom that with effect from midnight 5/6 March 1957 under the terms of Ghana Independence Act 5 and 6, 6, the territories previously comprised in the Gold Coast become independent state of Ghana. That is what he wrote. And then he continued to say, under the same act, the union of the former trust territory of the British administration with independent state of Ghana took place with effect from the same time and date. Which means Ghana has been given independence on that day, and then they assume that the union also starts on that day.
Okay.
But there is a missing link.
Okay.
When you look at it carefully, there is something missing there.
Okay.
At that time, Western Togoland has no government.
Okay.
In actual fact, how can a state get into union without
A solid
government?
government, yes.
So who signed on behalf of the people of Western Togoland?
Oh,
The
really?
question is, there was no government put in place by the British. for the people of Western Togoland.
So who signed? Was it
So
maybe
who signed for them?
maybe the chiefs of the Togoland then, Western Togoland?
So what we are asking is, if there is a union agreement, let us have a look at it and review it. Our second option is, when there is none, let us sit down
And make a new one.
and write one.
Exactly.
Those are the two things we are saying.
That shouldn't be difficult.
And when you say this, they say you are a secessionist. When you say this, they say you want to cut Ghana away. We are all brothers and sisters in Ghana. And nobody is interested in taking any part of Ghana away.
Yeah.
But give us that dignity, women's dignity. That's all we are looking for.
Exactly. Exactly. So
The ambiguous question comes all from is that the whole thing has become that who is a Ghanaian?
and who is,
Who is a Ghanaian?
yeah, really.
The question is coming every day. Even they themselves, the Ghanaians themselves, have been asked, who is a Ghanaian? Are you a Ghanaian? Which you cannot answer.
Did they ask that question to Western Togoland as well?
Western Togolanders are always considered as foreigners
Oh,
in Ghana. Everybody knows. It's an open secret.
wow.
So what we are saying, the People's Liberation Council is saying is, we want to do the job that the British left undone. And that job is they should put Western Togoland and Gold Coast together to form that Ghana Union. That's all we are saying.
While Western Togoland still remains in Ghana,
Yes, we can remain in Ghana because we are intermarried.
but there must be a
there should
union
be-
agreement
that's all.
which is very visible,
That's
which
all.
must give respect,
That's all.
which must
There
make,
should be
make
terms of reference.
Western Togoland to know that they are recognized
Yes, we are part
and
of Ghana.
they are part of Ghana, and
That's
then
it.
give them what belongs to them.
That's all we are.
Develop that side as well.
That's all we are looking for.
Oh, that's good.
That is
that's
the
good.
position of the People's Liberation Council of Western Togoland.
Wow.
There are a lot of examples I can give you.
Yes.
Why we are determined that this thing must be done. Because in the first place, when Kwame Nkrumah and his group built Ghana on without trust, there is no trust in their system. And that is what is breeding this corruption, nepotism, and a lot of things. I don't want to mention them. Everybody knows that this is what is happening.
Okay,
Instead
so
of them to progress, they are retrogressing.
okay, so since the formation of PLC, yes, you've been pushing forward for the review of the union between Western Togoland and the Republic of Ghana.
That is what we are doing.
All right, since you've been so what's the progress now? Are they ready for it?
They are prepared. They are pretending as if they are not hearing anything.
Oh, really?
Nobody is answering.
Oh, so would you like this to be broken?
No,
The union?
there is no union.
Oh,
It's a sham situation.
wow, wow, wow. wow.
Because if there's a union,
Yes,
there should be an agreement.
there should be.
And when I ask you, you are the head. You are the stronger state. When I ask you, what is the agreement? At least give me some respect and put it on the table and tell me that these places don't go there. But we can talk about this. At least, let us review it. The European Union is formed with an agreement. When the
Sure.
British decide to get out of it, there are terms. They don't like it, they want to get out. But
Wow.
in our case, we are not
Yes.
even talking about that. What we are talking about is, look, we have our families there. We are all intertwined. We are married. We go to school together. Everything we have been doing everything together. But they can call you tomorrow at the police.
Oh,
Yes. And they can sack you from your work because you bear a name that sounds Togolese.
oh. So you are saying to us, I mean, people are watching us.
Of course, yes.
There's discrimination
I can
being
say
practiced.
this. I can say this
Are you saying that there's
on the top.
discrimination being practiced?
beyond,
Eh?
beyond.
Being practiced
Yes,
against people from Western Togoland
that is true.
till date?
To today.
Wow. So how do you think the union can be reviewed then? What can be done?
All we are saying is,
What can be done?
we think that the best way for us to live as brothers is to sit down and talk about it. We want to start by a public forum talk about it generally. People bring ideas. We are not saying that we want to cut some part of Ghana away.
Yeah. Because maybe that's the fear. You have to make yourself clear.
That is not it. That is what we are saying. What we are saying is they have to listen to us also. If they can listen to us, this thing can be done amicably, and we all be happy and we move forward.
So this is the state of affairs right now as it's playing between the Western Togoland and the Republic of Ghana.
That is true.
Wow, somebody out there listening to this broadcast, please, in case you think that is contrary, please go give us a call on the studio line 020 3374 or you WhatsApp us on 31684 606 or go to our website on Facebook, please, and make your remark, and we will read it. Your YouTube as well. Make your remark, and then let's read it up. Efo Ben, are you sure this is the true situation? Because, I mean, have you brought this matter to your present government?
There are a lot of letters on their table.
Wow.
All of them. Not now.
Have you followed
all
it up to make sure that it gets to them?
They're all
because one thing is to write a letter, make a complaint, but it doesn't reach there.
All these letters are on their table. It's on the table of. It was on the table of President Kufuor.
Yeah.
When he was ruling, it was on the table of President Atamils when he was in power.
Yes.
It was on the table of J.J. Rawlings when he was in power.
Oh.
It was on the table of John Mahama when he was on table or in power. And presently, it's on the table of President Akufo-Addo.